Hey Leo Seeker, welcome back to the Existential Shift, and this will be your June Taroscope. My name is Morgane. Time is fluid, so whenever you're watching this, if you resonate with this, go for it. If you don't, let it go. Different placements, reverse the roles. You know the spiel. You know the drill. Okay. Why don't we have a Game of Thrones theme reading? I'm a Game of Thrones fan. If I lash out suddenly about something that a character did or something that happened, sorry, not sorry. Hold on, a card fell. Queen of Cups. It kind of fell sort of straight, sort of in the reverse. You know how it is when something falls down. You can't control how it falls, right? I'm getting someone who can't control how they fall, aka I just did the Temperance card. I literally just uploaded a Temperance card on my to my Vimeo for my online tarot masterclass, which speaks about tempering. And we're getting an aspect of lack of ability to temper our emotions. Yeah. Where we are from a place that tries to temper and find balance, emotional balance, we go into our feels, which is good, but then do the scorpionic thing, which is funny because Leo and Scorpio, Queen of Cups is very Scorpio, and those are the energies that represent the alchemy that Temperance card is doing between fire and water. Song of Ice and Fire. How everything connects. So we do the scorpionic thing where we're going super deep, but in a way of like, so when we dive in waters, at one point when we dive really deep and we're still not on the ground, we don't know what is right, what is left, what is up, what is down. Okay, it's called what should I say? There's a name for it. Vertigo. When you dive and then you lose orientation. What is up, what is down, what is right, what is left, what is forward, what is behind, because everything looks the same. Like we're in an emotional space that is so deep, but yet we can never go as deep as there is because it's endless, right? For the human condition anyway. And we find ourselves not sure if our emotional space is deep and connected and intuitive and feeling and, channeling and accurate, or if it's completely lost, unstable, over emotional, over expressive. Like we don't know if we're super healthy and balanced or super imbalanced and unhealthy. It's like I'm getting the sensation of losing, of being in vertigo, like not even knowing. Wait, because when we're sick and we know we're sick, let's say I have a cold. Okay, I know I have a cold. I know what I need to do to make myself feel better. Drink more water, or in my case, apple juice. Take a spoon of unfiltered apple cider vinegar every day. Strengthen my immune system. It's okay. But if you don't know if you're sick or healthy, now when it's physical, it's easy to tell. There's very clear guidance. But when we're swimming in the depths of our subconscious and we don't know what's up, what's down, what's right, what's wrong, what's real, what's fantasy, this is most common when people dive into their psychic abilities, tapping into kind of go to the other side of the veil, and without a very strong core of, connection to reality, when they're not grounded and they just fly in the realms of the esoteric or dive to the realms of the subconscious and the psyche, and they don't, it's like bungee jumping without a rope. Okay, I'm getting someone that is 5 minutes in. I'm getting someone that is emotionally, spiritually, energetically bungee jumping without a rope, diving without a partner. You can never dive without a partner. You always have to have another set of eyes or another brain to kind of be another source of objectivity when you go into a different world. That was definitely channeled from Queen of Cups. I'm getting someone that has went through also potentially massive amount of loss or grief, that from a good place, it pushed them to the depths of their consciousness and brought up a lot of things and had them inevitably go into massive shadow work, which is very transformative and very, purifies in order to be alchemized. Okay, that's the whole notion of alchemy. You have to, the only way out is in. You have to go through the darkness in order to see the light. You have to walk the bridge in order to get to the other side. You have to walk through the tunnel to get to the light. So someone did that from a place of, they were pushed by pain or by circumstances, and they're there. So there's good that comes of it, but there's also almost like getting addicted to it. The only way out is in. Okay, you went in, but now you need to continue and move forward. You can't sit on the bridge. The bridge is meant to be walked, crossed, not sit on and then stare to the bottom of the abyss or the waterfall that is really, really, all the way at the bottom. Like, don't look down. Leo, don't look down. Keep swimming or keep crossing or keep moving. Don't stay in that emotional turmoil. In the Jewish culture, when someone passes away, the grieving stage is of 7 days, where it's meant for it. You're meant to grieve and to feel. That's why people come to your home, to not let you be alone while you go into such depth. It's like, like diving with a partner kind of thing, scuba diving with a partner. And after 7 days, after you've felt, drowned in it, processed it, okay, now back to life. This is not to say that now you're feeling great, but back to being active, back to life. Back to life, Leo. Now, I'm giving an extreme example. This doesn't mean that all of you, obviously in general readings, this doesn't have to mean that it's per se grieving, but take the analogy of it, okay? If something had pushed you towards a swirling of, diving into something, it's a temporary place that you are expected to merge out of, The phoenix rises from the ashes, doesn't hang out in the ashes. You're getting my picture there? Okay. All right, Leo, that was dramatic. You guys are, if you won't be dramatic, then who? Scorpio, of course. Okay, 2, 1. All right. 5 of Cups. Yes, I'm definitely tapping into some grieving energy. Specifically because of the connotation of the show, This is a mother that lost a child. This is a child that lost their parents. Um, there's some sort of grieving when it comes to parent-child relationship. It could be, of course, that you lost a parent or you lost a child. Oh my God, I'm so sorry if it happened to you. This is not a premonition. This is not a premonition. This is me tapping into someone who's going through that grieving process. But also, it does not have to be physical death. There could be a separation or a fallout. But both parties are grieving. Both parties are going through the feels. I'm specifically getting a mother figure. Watch your other placements, guys, in case this doesn't resonate, but also give this a chance because a lot of times I get all kinds of narratives and messages. Okay, show me more for my... Also, scorpionic energy is super strong here. Because Five of Cups and Queen of Cups are Scorpio energy. So... And Scorpio is the transformation, death, and rebirth. Maybe there's a significant Scorpio in your life, Leo. Maybe you have strong Scorpio placements. Or it's just the energy that you're going through right now. You know, trial by fire kind of thing. It's the Leo and the Scorpio. It's, oh my God, the Temperance card. This is unbelievable. It's like it all merges with the card that I did today. Which is the embodiment of Leo and Scorpio, fire and water. It doesn't have to be specifically people who are of that zodiac of Leo and Scorpio, but it's the energies of royal fixed fire and godly fixed water. And oh my God, look at the eagle pin that I have on, which is the... ascension aspect, ascendant aspect of the Scorpio. Okay, this is getting really interesting. This is going to be a very interesting reading, if not already. I hope it won't be too long. Let's see what happens. Okay, this is going to be long. Okay, show me more, please, for Leos. Page of Cups, in case we didn't have enough water energy on the table. Pisces energy. Okay. So someone is trying to help the mood. So if this is actually a sense of like, so if this is a fallout between family members or two people, I'm getting another member of this group, tribe, family that is trying to kind of heal the situation, help the situation, make people feel better, maybe. Like, I'm getting a young individual that is going to be pushed to adulthood faster than they thought or faster than they should, but they're trying to step up to, like, they feel like they need to be, I need to be the man in the house now. Oh my God. A lot of feels, a lot of emotions. Two cards want to come out. And then came fire. Okay. Two of Swords and Two of Wands and Queen of Wands. Hi, Daenerys. Don't let me go into a rant about what happened to her. I will get so upset. If I'm not already. I'm already upset. But here's you. Here's the fire energy. We spoke of the scorpionic water energy, and now we have the fire energy. This is Aries energy. So, life is inevitable. Making a very strong decision to face life, to look forward, look ahead, plan for the future, reignite passion for life and for creativity. There's a lot of creativity here, by the way. So some of you are creating a lot from a place, from sadness, from the darkness. A sense of inspiration. Leadership. Doing what has to be done in spite of the difficulty. Some kind of vision for the future, Leos, that you're contemplating over. Some of you are really literally feeling like you're going through trial by fire. Like you're walking on hot coals. 10 of Pentacles. So this could definitely be a family situation where someone is uniting a family that has been going through a hard time. Also, this could be someone that has come from a background of from a broken, grieving background. Family could be with a parent that was emotionally unstable, and from which they kind of find their strength and be like, this won't be me, kind of thing. And they go out with, wanting to build something better for themselves, something more stable, suitable, grounded, unified. Someone is really trying to unify a broken connection or a broken situation. And bring abundance into their life and into the people involved. Also, this is for June season. By August, by your season, it's 2 months, and I have 2 of Wands and then Queen of Wands, which is you. Whatever vision or whatever it is that you're working on right now to achieve or to create will definitely reach fruition by August. I feel like it's really close and tangible. Also, there's an aspect of hosting, entertaining. Like you want to be, someone really wants to bring people over and have fun and be the king or the queen, right? Be what Leo do best, which is make people feel fantastic and royal and abundant. The Empress, yes. A lot of abundance is coming in after difficult time. And also, there's a masculine watching. I'm getting a transition from a Queen of Cups in the reverse character to a Queen of Wands / Empress in the upright character, which is from someone that is, this could be going from a connection that is really unhealthy, dramatic, codependent, imbalanced, to a connection that is more inspiring, balanced, benefic, generous, very giving, very nourishing. Like both the Empress and the Queen of Cups are very nourishing, but the Queen of Cups goes a little bit too deep to the darkness, and in the reverse, I mean, and that's where we become emotionally unstable and unhealthy. This could be a lot of jealousy, like someone who pulls like jealousy tantrums, right? And it comes from insecurity from their childhood, from something, from relationship with their mother or relationship with their childhood. And the other connection has a much stronger sense of self and a vision to their future, who they are, what they want to achieve, what they want to do. This is someone with strong idealism and a lot of inner strength, the ability to make it happen, you know? June is looking very interesting. I feel like for some of it's going to be a very strong turning point in your life where you decide to transmute the pain into, you know, like peacocks, they can consume poison and they transmute it into nutrition. They don't die of it, they live from it. They get empowered by it. Something like that. But it's someone is choosing to live. Okay, I'm getting emotional. Someone is choosing to live. It's like, okay, death. I faced you. I looked you in the eye. I respect you. I respect you, but I'm not going to chase you. You do your thing. I know you're at my left shoulder. I remember you. Memento Mori. Remember you are going to die. We all are going to die. That reminds us to live. I have on my left ankle tattooed Carpe Diem, seize the day, and the number 13th in Roman letters, which symbolizes the death card, which reminds us to live. It doesn't call us to die. It calls to live, reminding us how fragile and temporary our existence here is. Dust to dust, ashes to ashes, right? And yeah, and then we resurrect as phoenixes as God knows what. But in here, Memento Mori, which is basically saying, remember to live. The literal translation is remember you are going to die, but the what it teaches us is to remember to live, right? It reminds me like of so there's a difference between Memento Mori, knowing we're going to die, thus respecting life, and challenging life, right? Saying, hey death, I know you're there. I respect you, therefore I choose to chase life. Is very different than, I know you're there, let me chase you. When you chase death, this does not come from a place that is of love of life. It comes from a place of fear of life. Something in you wants to end it. Chasing death, self-destruction mechanism, isn't honoring life, isn't remembering to live. It's the opposite. It's a sarcastic misuse of the notion of death to excuse self-destruction. True love of life is to have every waking moment, every choice to be, I'm alive, I'm going to make the most out of this. Now, I'm not saying denial mechanism. No, I'm not saying smile all the time as if everything's great. Life is complex, and the human condition is made of all of this rainbow of emotions. Address your pain, your shadows. Face them. But if you're diving, don't chase death to the depths to a point of being in vertigo, which is completely lost between the worlds, as opposed to being in both worlds. People sometimes, in an attempt to be in all the worlds, end up in none of the worlds because they get stuck in the limbo and the vertigo. They forget to ground themselves on earth before they fly. They bungee jump without a rope. If you're going through something very deep, emotional, please reach out to someone. Friend, family member. Don't stay there. Don't drown in it, okay? That's for those of you who needed to hear that. And there's also an aspect of a mother stepping up and becoming the mother that she can be. Page of Pentacles, Page of Coins. Good. So our mindset goes into the mundane, small details of our daily affairs. It helps us focus. It helps us bring things back to balance, right? If we're in vertigo, if we don't know what's up, what's down, focus on the small things that you do know for sure. Okay? You look at the dial and be like, okay, this is a clear number that I can understand. How deep am I? Okay, now I have something that I know. I don't necessarily know what to do with it, but it's a knowing. It's something I can hold on to, a certainty. Okay? I have, understanding of myself. This is my right hand. This is my left hand. And then the brain starts operating with more clarity and precise. It's like, okay, maybe I can spot a little bit of light, and then maybe I'll know what is up. Little by little, you gain consciousness and awareness by, okay, if you're completely lost in the ethers and in confusion, you hold on to the things that are clear, the simple things. Now I wake up. Now I brush my teeth. Now I get dressed. Now I do the dishes. And then little by little, the ball starts rolling and growing from Page of Coins, little practical decisions. Okay? Saving our money, doing the paperwork, paying the bills, the stuff. It really helps regain balance. Okay, when everything is confusing, do the things that are clear. Okay? 8 of Coins, perfect. Focus on work. Focus on your vision. Focus on what you know is true. Gain confidence, and then you'll be able to touch the bigger things. Now, money is coming in. Achievement are coming in. I have a lot of abundance on this table. 10 of Pentacles, the Empress, 8 of Pentacles. You're working towards something. Someone is investing in something. Page of Pentacles and 8 of Pentacles. There's a project or an idea that you believe in, that you're putting your effort in. Okay. These are the last cards. I have Judgment, 10 of Swords, Queen of Swords, I'm sorry. Oof. Third Queen on the table. Judgment, Queen of Swords, the Devil, 4 of Pentacles. Okay. Oh, mon Dieu. So, someone here is really imprisoned by their ideologies and their ideals and ideas of what is and what should. It's bondage. It's very stubborn bondage. And a wake-up call is coming. So I'm getting 2 things. One is that what I just described so far, I feel like some of you have a very narcissistic, controlling, self-absorbed energy around you, someone who has some sort of power over you, or affects you in a way, or knows how to trigger your psychology in a manipulative way that is destructive. It's almost like, okay, it's when you free yourself from some sort of addiction, and then there's that friend that you were always doing that addictive thing with, calls you up and be like, hey, you want to do this, you want to hang out, and they know that you stopped, they know that you're trying to get away from it, but they're kind of pulling you back in, and then they gaslight you, and they shame guilt you into like, oh, I was always there for you, but now you're abandoning me, now that everything is better, now that your life is going great, now that this and this is happening to you, now you're a snob, now you're not looking at me anymore, now you're above it. Yes, now you are above it, Leo. Say it. Now I am above it. It's not about that. You are most definitely above it. Do not go there. It's like it keeps coming back. Now something in you is calling in because you guilt shame yourself, because you believe you deserve this. And it's a childhood thing. I don't know, some of you got your mind as a child kind of played with. I'm not sure what happened there. But every time you hear this inner voice that tells you that you need to go back, or you are whatever you were always, and it's not your voice. Change the inner dialogue, okay? Because it also creates repetition and manifestation of connections. Like people that will, I see you like really stepping out of it and then kind of going back. But judgment is here, and I'm happy to see it. It's like, no, be gone, devil. Like, break those shackles. There's a very controlling energy around you. I hope it's not you, Leo. But you can reverse the roles. If you're a cross watcher for a Leo, so maybe it's the Leo that is doing that to you, you know what I mean? Three queens on the table and an empress. Okay. The empress definitely takes it all. It's like they're queens of their elements, but she's all the queens in one, okay? And she's the divine aspect of the Queen of Pentacles, which is not on the table. So basically, there's four queens here, but the Queen of Pentacles energy is much more vast and big and positive. Some of you are over focusing on work. Like you take my advice, you do the small mundane decisions of focusing on work and the things that are clear, but then you get addicted to that. You overdo that and you forget that you still need to balance. Like you went from one extreme to another extreme in order to fix that, but now you have to find the middle ground. Okay, you can't keep staying in the extremities. Okay, so you got out of the vertigo and the waters, so now you're out in the open air, but then instead of hanging out on the ground, you're like in space. It's like, can you... But there's the strong realization of someone's control over you, or someone's... It could be your own mind. It could be your own addictions, your own, bad habits, your own... the inner devil that sits on your shoulder and kind of, go back there, you want to. I'm so sorry. There's someone outside. I don't know if you can hear it. I hear it and it drives me nuts. Someone is really loud outside. Okay. I'm going to pull one more. And then I'm going to show you extended, and then I'm going to give you messages from the I Ching. Okay, let's conclude this for June, please, for Leo. Conclude the message for Leo, please. Thank you. Ooh, the Hierophant. I love this. Oh, we wanted to see. How come I didn't show you your reading? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Look. Okay, so this is classic beautiful. The devil, its other side of it, the light side of the devil is the Hierophant. The lie, the truth. The shadow, the light. The deceit, the sincerity. Right after judgment, you are making the right call. You are taking the higher road. Good, Leo. I'm proud of you. Now, it will always be there, just like with the analogy of addictions, just like addiction is always there, right? You never completely cure yourself from it. You just don't let it control you. I'm also, because of, they put Varys's character here for the Hierophant. You see all those birds, and he was known for his little spies. Like, you're like, I'm gonna not let these energies control me. They can look at me through social media, they can gossip about me, they can send all kinds of messengers, but I'm sticking through what I believe is right, and I'm making better decisions for myself, which is great. Oh my God, I'm so happy that I asked for this last card. It's like you're really waking up to your highest potential and like how great you can be without all this yucky energy. When you just, view yourself as the beautiful life force that you are and live by it. When you stop chasing death and start chasing life. All right. In the extended, let's take the numeric repetitions. So I have, first of all, let's take the major arcanas. As I always do. We do have 3 queens. 2 pages. I'm not sure if I'll use them. Let's see. 2, 4, 8, 10. Okay, those don't repeat themselves. Okay, I might not use them because it's court cards and it might just be too much. But this will be the first part of the extended. And then I'll do a new shuffle of a Celtic cross. We'll have 10 new cards. And then I'll finish up with messages from the runes. I'll do it right now. Link to that and to other awesome fun stuff is in the description box below the video. You scroll down and there will be a link to my extended, link to Tarot Masterclass, a link to a way to book a private reading with me, 2019 Ministers of Magic, which is the extended for the year 2019. So just scroll down and everything is below, okay? You can join me on Instagram, The Existential Shift. If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to do so. And because why not? Right? Okay. I'm going to give a message for my Leo first, and then I'm going to give a message for Cancer, because you guys remember that I didn't give you a message from the I Ching in your video, so now you're going to get it. Okay, so let's start with Leo. Message for Leo from the I Ching Oracle, please, for June. Message for my Leo seekers. It's too much, just one card. Okay. Number 36. I do not know what it means. I will read from the book. Okay. All right. 36, Ming Ai, darkening of the light. Okay. Fire above earth, below fire. Fire under earth, a time for caution. To survive dark times, one's inner light must be concealed and protected. It does not serve to draw attention to oneself under the present circumstances. The work should be done in secret, and the players should appear compliant. Thus, strength is reserved and future success is more likely. Yes, be very clear of what kind of energy you don't allow next to you and what kind of energy you do allow next to you. You do allow next to you the Empress, the Hierophant, benefic individuals that nourish and give and advice from a place of truth and wisdom, and not from a place of, past shackles and control. That includes your own self-sabotaging subconsciously, or if you have it there. We all do, just depending on the degrees. And just, tread lightly, because you're building something great. You're building your own sense of beautiful self and something that you care much about. This does not mean to seclude yourself, Leo. This does not mean to seclude yourself. I don't want you in that vertigo alone, okay? But to be discerning. To be discerning. I know you're generous and you want to give and everybody's opportunities, and you also really care about what people think about you. Let's admit it. But Memento Mori, so go chase life. A good life. A good, great life. Right? Not just any life, a great life. Message for my Cancer, please. Going back to Cancers. My Cancer seeker are watching me now for their message from the I Ching Oracle. Message for my Cancer seekers. That's too much. Like half a deck fell. One card, please, for Cancer. Oh. So much drama. What is going on? Okay. 51. Now let's read again. Chen, shock. Okay, above thunder, below thunder. Thunder upon thunder. Laughter follows a shock. Oh, thank God. A great boom of thunder brings a shock of fright, but the next boom brings laughter. The sound is terrifying but harmless. It serves to arouse the people to full wakefulness, in which they can see the humor in their own fear. As the thunder rolls on, rites and ceremonies continue without interruption. Thus, the wise person maintains inner calm that can weather any shock. Beautiful. Guys, I will see you in the extended right now, link below. Check out Tarot Masterclass if you want to know about becoming a Tarochi, either by specific cards you're curious about or all of them. Explanation on Vimeo. And I did a buy all option for all the extendeds if you want to watch several placements, so that will be more affordable. I got it all covered, right? Okay, I love you guys very much. I'll see you in a second. Bye for now.